What's going on, everyone? What's going on, everyone? It's time for another killer toy movie. Today, we're actually going to dive back into the Puppet Master films with the long anticipated Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys. Yeah. So this was released on the Sci-Fi Channel. So it's done by Sci-Fi Pictures technically. Uh, December 18th, 2004. It stars Corey Feldman of the Goonies and Vanessa Angel. Produced by Jeff Franklin and Bob Perkins. Written by Courtney Joyner, who actually wrote some of the other Puppet Master films and stuff. And directed by Ted Nicolau, who actually directed some of the other Puppet Master films. He's also done other films though, like the Subspecies films, like Subspecies 2, uh, Blood, Bloodstone, Blood Species 3, Bloodlust, Subspecies 4, Bloodstorm, and Subspecies 5, Blood Rise. He also did films like Vampire Journals, Terror Vision, Bad Channels. Like I said, a couple of the Puppet Master films he's worked on. Yeah, this had a budget of $2.4 million as well. Wow. So, Puppet Master Demonic Toys. Well, what's going on? Well, Toulon's nephew, played by Corey Feldman, and his daughter find the serum and to make the toys his iconic puppets come alive. So they do that, and then so yeah, they realize if you do 2 drops of human blood, it lasts longer and stuff. So they've been working on that. Meanwhile, the company that makes the demonic toys, which is like Sparks Toys, I think it's called, and they have their own toy line, but then they actually it's run by a cult basically, and they're making it all these toys for Christmas so the demonic toys can come alive and try to take over. And they get wind of the puppet of Toulon's serum and stuff, and they want to get their hands on it and his puppets so they can mastermind a bigger plan and so with the help of like the town sheriffs and stuff, they try to get it, but they've been it's basically a cat and mouse game between them trying to get it, and then eventually they steal it, and Corey Feldman and his has to sneak into the toys and uncovers the real truth and tries to expose it. This is a decent storyline for this type of film. It would be really hard to go in a different direction, to be honest. And I did like the fact that they actually did it. And yeah, the way they set it up and stuff was really good. I thought the acting was okay for it, but it felt almost like a full moon movie, even though it's not technically a full moon film, and this isn't canon for the Puppet Master films, but it's kind of there in its own realm. But overall, I think they did a good job at trying their best to pay homage and trying to make the best Puppet Master Demonic Toys movie they could with what they got. If you're a fan of these movies, you'll notice that the toys look a little different. They look a little more glossier and a little more cleaner and shinier and stuff than the other films. And obviously the voices are different for like Baby Oopsie Daisy and stuff, which I actually think that was a better choice in this than the other Demonic Toys films. But yeah, but the final showdown and stuff was perfect, absolutely what I wanted. I wish it was a little longer, but I thought it was really well executed and stuff. Same with the demon and stuff. There's a lot of good practical effects, obviously a lot of good stop motion and puppetry. There is, if you look closely in couple scenes, there is shots where they missed, forgot to take out the cords that control the puppet's hands and stuff like that. That's pretty funny. I saw that a couple times, but that's just a minor little inconvenience. But yeah, but if you're not familiar with these movies, this might be a little boring for you because it takes a little while to slowly get going. But overall, I thought that it was a decent attempt and pretty good. It's way better than I was expecting it to be. This could have been a train wreck, but this one they actually did a decent job, as it's all takes place pretty much on Christmas Eve when they do it. That's why I'm doing it at Christmas time. But yeah, but the final showdown and everything was a lot of fun and definitely worth the wait. And they really did a good job at trying to craft the characters as best they could. And they're that pretty much worked. So overall, I'm gonna give Puppet Master vs. Demonic Toys a 3.5 out of 5. I thought it was pretty decent. Obviously, there's a lot of things that they could have improved on, but and there's personal preferences that could have changed. I thought, but overall, for what they got, it's a pretty good attempt at making a versus movie, and this is still the only one we've gotten so far. So overall, still a decent film. Some people hate it, some people love it. So it's up to you. If you like a lot of the movies I reviewed, then you'll probably like this one too. So yeah, but yeah. So if I could find the whole film for you to watch down below for free, I'll link it down there. If not, I'll link a trailer down below. But also make sure you check out my Instagram. It's linked down below. It's where I always post clips of films and review in the future. All my stories have the film title and hashtag and subgenre of film and a hashtag, so you're aware of it. And also my Letterbox is down below at Derek P Reviews. That's where I post first starting after watching the films. So follow me on one of those two platforms. Stay in loop with this channel. Like this video, share some more people aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. Also, if you have any films or film franchises in any genre that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below too. I'll try to get to them as soon as I can and if I can find them. Then make sure you subscribe. Hopefully find something weird, obscure, and odd that you probably never thought of checking out together. Somewhat like this. Also so you hear my opinions on popular films, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell because, well, we're going to go back to Christmas comedy territory for the last little while for this and for this Christmas segments because Christmas is really close. So I got like maybe two more Christmas movies reviews to do, and then it's back to the normal stuff. But I think I'm going to finally, well, a little while back, I watched A Christmas Story 2, which was released, and it was terrible. So I think I might put myself to try to watch another sequel Christmas comedy. We're going to check out National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation 2, Cousin Eddie's Island Adventure next. So let's see. Could it be any worse? I heard it can be, but I'll be the judge of that. So make sure you tune in for that. Watch out for all the demonic toys and killer puppets out there coming for us on Christmas, and I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers!